evil tonight. As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory we are free. Timeless heroes, legends glad. Together we've saved this land. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight.
Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hupahu, once again joined with the gang. Howdy ho, guys.
What up, what up?
Viewers. How's it going, guys?
Good.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome to
paradox.
episode 49.
A little more hype now.
This episode and one more, and then the season finale starts. So, just a heads up, we'll be doing, let's see, 50, we'll be doing 53 episodes before being the funeral episode, which will not be live, it'll just be a video, and then we'll start season 5. Season 5 is going to run 56 episodes. It'll run from May to May for next year. So you got about a year to play these characters. And then after that, we're going to start off fresh and new for season 6.
You're assuming we all survived the season finale.
That's true.
We gotta already have some concepts for my new character for season 6.
I'm actually super excited for season 6 now, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Plans being made.
Plans on plans.
I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good time. But we got to get this season done with first.
You know we like to get ahead of ourselves.
No. You guys remember where you left off? Come back in. And
Yeah.
crazy shit going on.
Clip threw a fit and walked out.
Clip did throw a fit and walk out.
Started to get head over to the bar.
He got angry and upset. He left. Star's gonna do what?
Gonna head over to the bar.
Okay.
He needs a drink.
All right. Where's she gonna sit?
No, the only person she knows up there is Vela, so she'll go sit with Vela.
Val?
Val, sorry. Too many names. Sorry.
Val's not at the bar. It's Clip. Clip's the only one at the bar right now. Bartender is King Habeas. So that's all you see right now.
She'll leave a seat between her and...
I don't see shit.
Yes. Just so that beautiful art.
I mean, I do see some beautiful artwork, don't get me wrong.
How's that?
Works.
There we go.
Right. King Habeas will slide over to you and he's like, what can I get you?
What do you have that's strong?
Well, it depends on what you define as strong. So we got some whiskey. We got Sir Branford Abbey here, which is brandy, really strong brandy.
I'll try that.
All right, cool. He'll pour you a glass of brandy, Branford Abbey, and put it down.
All right.
He doesn't charge you anything.
Paris will get Alexandria and Godwin and Alex, and she'll say, I really like this idea of going and saving Council. And I'd like to be
What is
part-
what is the thing going on there?
I don't know.
I can't hear.
I don't know what it is. I think.
I gotta switch your mic pickup, love.
Oh, sorry. I think my voice was coming through Des's mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what'd you say? Sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
okay. Eris would look at Alexandria, Alex, and Godwin because they're standing right next to her, and she would say, I really like this idea of going back and saving the council. And I'd like to be present. I would like to be part of the group that goes and does that, but I have something I need to go take care of really quick.
Okay.
And she'll turn around and she'll walk out.
Okay. This way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Walk this way.
Come into this room.
Mm-hmm. As she walks past Clip, she'll kind of reach out and pat him on the shoulder as she walks by and squeeze his shoulder, and then she's gonna.
Oh, okay. All right. You go up the stairs.
Go to Doll's room. This one right here.
This one.
No, the one right next to hers.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You walk in. You see Tarnak sitting in the chair there when you walk in.
Hi.
Hey,
Should go sit.
what's going on?
Should go sit on the rug.
Okay. How are you?
Okay. Confused. About what to do in this situation.
Well, love, I'm not sure what you. Let me get his accent back. I'm not sure what you be confused about. What about me being here?
No, I knew you were gonna be here. That's why I came up here.
Carry on then.
Do you really think that their plan is to let us all just change the past? Is that really what's happening?
To change the past, love, you got to be changing the future as well, as you well know.
It all seems really dangerous and really reminiscent of what's already happened.
You be in the past now as we speak. Is that dangerous?
No, because we're in the come back in, I would imagine.
Hey, but you aren't even in Action Tail. So what does it matter?
We're not in Ashentown?
Hey, love. You're on another crystalline sphere. Aye, and what you do here doesn't affect another crystalline sphere, does it?
Guess not.
Though would I dare venture that we've never met before. What be your name, love? Rizzy.
It breaks her just a little bit. Like she starts laughing. Eric's.
Eris. You look
Familiar?
familiar.
Yeah. Tarnak, right?
I love you. Remembered me name the last time we met. She didn't give me two pence worth of your time. As if I wasn't breathing.
She just realized he's not the time god yet.
You seem to be a bit beside yourself. Did you have one too many drinks down at the bar?
You know what? I may have. She's gonna stand up. It's really nice to see you again. Just smile.
You look confused. Okay.
She's
Damn it, Eris, you're so awkward.
not looking for pre-time god Tarnak. That is not who she came to talk to.
Oh, what a waste of my time.
All right.
Jesus.
You gonna go back
She's
downstairs?
laughing. She walks back
All right.
down.
She comes back downstairs. She comes back into the bar.
Godwin would have glanced at Anthea and then went and sat next to Clip, by the way.
Okay, so meanwhile, while she's up there, the others in the bar here, you said Godwin's gonna what?
He would have glanced at Anthea and then went and sat next to Clip.
Okay.
That was too much. Val was gonna ask Anthea if she wanted to go have a drink.
Dude, not next to her. Gross, dude.
Here,
Anthea,
here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Come have a drink with me.
I think after all of this hoopla, a drink is necessary.
it is.
Okay. You gonna stand or sit over here?
Val, she'll stand by Clip.
Here.
Yep.
When you guys come in, Havius looks at you. He's like, "What can I get you?"
A round of Brantford Abbey for everyone.
Oh, that seems to be the favorite drink this evening. He starts pouring around for all of you. Clip, would you like one? He's like, "Sure." So he pours 4 rounds for you.
Include our new friend Star if you don't mind.
Aye, well, she'll have a second one then, as it were. He walks over. Here you go, love.
Thank you.
On the lady down at the end of the bar.
She'll tip her glass to you.
Salute.
Let me see here real quick.
Star did make it a point to walk past Vay and Raven. Just
Okay, well, she
as a reminder.
would have had to have come into the bar to do that, into the room to do that. She kind of went this way.
Okay. No.
Not yet. I mean, unless you want, we can't rewind, so
No.
it's all good.
You said she sensed that.
Well, you don't yet because
Oh.
you're not within the range yet to sense that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No rock.
Got to be within 20 feet. You're not.
Okay. Then. Never mind.
Not the time.
What?
I said not the time.
Not the time. So
Okay.
Vay will walk back over here and sit down right here, and he's like, let's start brainstorming about what we need to do and see what we can get done. So Natan will get up and he goes this way and goes, and we're solid. Lady Deathstrike, Lady D, she'll go over and sit down right here. Rona comes and he sits down across from her. Trill will head towards the bar. Let's see here. Jamal. Where did Xavier go?
He's over there next to Zed. Between Zed and Pendar.
Okay, yeah. So Jamal got through talking to him. He'll come back over here and sit down here. Sorry, a lot of switching around and moving around.
Okay. Gordon seen Jamal since all that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, and the underdog.
Who's that came up at the table next to Lily?
Sorry, what's that?
Who is that's at the table that walked up to the table by Lily? I don't recognize. I can't really see that token. I'm blind. I know.
That is Tuffy.
Oh, okay.
Zero will walk over there between Tuffy and Lily.
Okay.
Go say hi to Lily.
All right.
What do you think about all this?
I think that our focus right now is Volscar and getting back to House Main. Outside of that, I don't really know. Yeah. That seems to be his focus right now. She'll kind of glance at Gordon, so that's what we're doing. I know.
He seems to be brooding when you look over there.
We realized some things. Tessa's sitting at that
Sorry,
table.
can I get a quick recap? I apologize. I had to.
Oh. Where'd you leave at?
Well, when I say that.
Val came and got shots for everybody at Branford Abbey.
Okay.
Trill went to the bar. She sits next to you, Star.
Zero went over to
Sarah
Lily,
went over to talk to Lily,
and they were talking.
Eris comes back downstairs.
She's laughing. She walks back down.
All right.
What the? That's crazy.
What's crazy?
I think I just now realized how far in the past we actually are.
Pretty far?
Or where, even. Not just when, but where. Look through. She'll go back.
Okay. Goes in here.
Always super informative.
She'll walk over to Vay.
Okay. When you walk over here, Elis will get up.
She'll tell me you're fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Majesty?
It's okay. I'm gonna do some more mingling. I just wanted to come talk for a minute.
All right.
She'll smile at him.
Xavier walked this way. He walks past Zed. He says, I'm going to go have a drink.
What Zero was saying was important. No, I don't want to get lost.
Go with him?
Yeah, I'll go in.
All right. You're talking to Lily.
Zero would say, so we were in Volscar and we realized. She looks around the table and she'll say, well, I guess we're all fucking allies now, right? She kind of glances at Tessa and laughs when she says it.
Tessa smiles. She goes, we've always been in.
So, why,
And it goes,
speaking secrets?
what do you mean, love? Oh, you're talking to the pally here.
Tessa and I used to not get along in the beginning.
Oh,
We've moved past that though, right?
yes, of course we have. Of course we have.
So, to look at Lily, you know the fucking unicorn horn? The one that Nigel
corrupted.
Mhm. That's what Jet was killed with. And we believe that through that, Nongel has taken over the house name. And Volsung. So right now, that's Gordon's number one priority. Putting things back in.
Gordon's like, well, you know very well that there's stuff going on, like what they just mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Video. What are you gonna do? What, are you gonna live forever?
I do. I do want to live forever.
Don't laugh.
That is like, well, you're probably not gonna live forever. Well, good luck with that, Gordon said.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
If it all goes okay.
Me too.
Well, we were all trying to come up with a plan here. I mean, is that like a distraction that we're talking about, or? Menard gets up and walks through the room, floats through the room. Tells Zen, excuse me. She moves out of the way. Floats past you, Momo, and into this room. And we'll go to the bar. Right here. He floats behind you guys, and King Habeas asks him if he needs anything, and he shakes his head no. So Clip will say, look, I'm sorry about my outburst, but I just think it's a bad idea, you guys. I think it's a real bad idea, and I don't know what's going on, but
You don't have anything to apologize for. Something that's important to you. You had a point to make. And maybe making the point was maybe the most important thing that we've discovered so far. We were talking about plans and all the shit we could try to do to fuck against the time of, god of time, but maybe us fucking it up is what's gonna fuck it all up.
yeah, it seems like maybe mentioning, I don't know, maybe I got a little out of hand, but just mentioning that we're going to do all, the fact that we're all here has probably got him wondering what the fuck is going on.
Oh, I imagine a little blip out of this many folks that are
Yeah,
against him. I'm sure he's
maybe that was the whole purpose.
maybe us talking about it and stepping out of here having even thought about it. It's gonna fuck up 1,000 different billion different possibilities.
Yeah.
I mean, you be the expert. I'm just talking out of my ass.
Oh, I think you may be right.
Or maybe thinking about something, but then actually doing the opposite of what you're thinking about.
Mm.
All right. Now we're really fucking with him. See, he ain't gonna know what's coming because we don't know what's coming. Maybe that's the plan.
Exactly. Habeas walks down here to Zed and Xavier and asks them what they want and gets it for them.
Zed just says something strong this time.
Yeah, Xavier will say, bring me something really strong. He's like, well, that depends on what you consider strong. We've got whiskey, we got Branford Abbey, we've got rum. There's different things, and he's like, give me something that would affect an immortal. How about that? He's like, oh, you mean really strong. You hear that, Star, from the end of the bar.
And she just holds up her glass and says, really? Seriously? Sits it back down.
You want something stronger than that?
Yes.
All right. All right.
This is like water.
he gets a bottle out and pours a couple mugs for the two of you, Zed and Xavier, and then comes back over and takes your glass away and hands you another mug and pours it in there.
Don't get me wrong. This has a nice taste, but it like.
Oh, well, thank you.
And she sets it back on the bar.
Appreciate that. It takes a long time to make that. And yeah, appreciate that. We take pride in that Brantford Abbey brandy. And then he looks over at Trill. You want some too? And she's like, yes.
She pauses for a moment, looked at Trill. Good. And salute.
Cheers, she says. She
Don't
drinks.
let her get you drunk. She'll and cut your head off, man.
Who said that?
Godwin says that?
Yeah.
Okay. Trill's like, fuck off, Godwin.
You fun.
She's female. I ain't gonna fuck with her.
You funny, but looks aren't everything.
Trill laughs. Yeah. Mr. Middle Finger.
Well, he pulling up his butt?
I don't know. I didn't smell it, but
Oh,
chances are.
no, thanks.
Come on, cat nose. I thought you could smell things from here.
Nah, I could
You
have.
can run around like a little kitty first.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't taken that form in a little while. You know, there's no.
Watch out for those slippery floors, friend.
Well, you know, there's no need to curse people. You know what I mean?
What, you kidding?
Bad luck is one thing. Yes, I'm the black cat, she says.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah, you're not from around here, are you?
No.
Where do you come from?
Well, I spent the last, I don't know how many years in Elysium.
Oh, you're from Elysium. Well, that makes sense. Now, you guys came to the bar too. Where the fuck are you? There you are. Yeah, you're right there. Elysium. So let's see. Hercules. No. No. Yeah, I'm probably not welcome there. I go to the Seven Heavens all the time.
What for?
I'm just fucking with you. I go to the Happy Hunting Grounds most often. That's where the Lord of Cats lives. Seven Heavens wouldn't have me even if I paid.
Depends on what you're paying for.
Yeah, I've never had to pay for anything like that. But normally, well, I normally only mate one time.
Psychopath.
One time with each individual. Me too.
Correct.
Me too.
Except for, well,
I don't think those people meet anymore either after they're done.
my boyfriend and I have done it more than once, but yeah, not other people.
No. It's
By
not-
the way, Trill, fucking adorable.
What?
Said adorable.
Really?
You know this boy?
I do. We're unfortunately we're friends. He's about one of the few males I can count males on one hand that I like, and he's probably on the other hand.
That was a
Actually
compliment.
make her laugh.
That was a compliment. I know it didn't sound like it, but it was.
It's funny.
He's from Elysium too.
Sort of.
He's a dirtbag, so it makes me kind of wonder about you.
I'm a dirtbag.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I hear about people from Elysium.
Damn, it doesn't really.
At least a dirtbag towards good people.
So you're an immortal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Who do you follow? Looks like Valk on your chest there.
Indeed.
You like to hunt.
I do. I hunt people.
I like you already. That's kind of what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. I mean, for a living.
Same.
Good. Well, we might get along great. So you go by Star?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I'm Trill.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'll be damned. At least there's somebody good in this bar, Godwin.
Haha. Remind me, Miss Assassin, how many did you kill in the Underdark? I think I lost count.
Did you lose count? Well,
Yeah.
hold on a second. I can reach in my bag and pull the ears out and count them and let you know if you wanna know.
What, could he not take his shoes off?
I like her. She's funny. All right, so I guess they're in there talking about plans and plans and plans. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. They won't let me do anything though. I had some ideas, but they didn't like.
Let me guess. Can I take a guess what your plan was?
You already know. You already know, I'm sure.
Yeah.
To kill them all and let the gods sort them out.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Hell yeah.
It's easy.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
back on the inside, Vay's like, okay, so how many ideas do we have so far? And
Ares walks up to the table
okay.
next to him.
Written down, I have 4.
Gordon will say, you can add taking the house vein back if you don't already have that.
I have it.
Warning the Immortal Council,
Have that.
taking command of one of Gemini's ships.
Have that.
And there's also, was mentioned, somehow closing the rip that's on the edge of the crystalline sphere
Have that.
so that Gemini can't come through it. Now, we need to talk about how that rip was created, if that's something we're going to do.
Also, maybe somehow weaponizing
Yeah, thank you.
The cure.
the cure. And saving the queen.
Already got that.
I was about to say Rava
That
would
was
say
the first
saving my mom.
That was the first.
Rava would say it.
I have no problem going there, like I said. I actually have an idea. If I were to go there and take her spirit and soul somehow, and then bring it back to the timeline that we had just come from, then everything would still transpire as it did
From where?
from right before she was killed.
That is a very good idea.
I would have fuck
Okay.
a minute.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. We need to talk about it, but
You need the tools to do that. And
yeah.
Sucking.
I could ask her. She had the dream. If I told her about the dream, she'd probably believe me.
Oh,
Let me do it.
it's a good idea.
No, I don't have the ability to suck anybody's spirit or soul, so. But
Zen looks at Renge.
Car holds up her quill and says,
Ren,
I do.
you're going on. She kind of sighs at her. She would grab her hand and walk over there.
What ability do you have, Basis? And
it's part of the arcane engineer, pull a soul from somebody.
What about a spirit?
That would be clerical.
Ren will grab Zen's hand and walk her over there.
actually, I think that would require a witch, wouldn't it?
Witches can do it too.
Yeah.
They can actually do both.
Doll.
Yeah,
Can you do spirit and soul?
I believe so.
That would be one spell instead of 2.
Reva. You and Doll could go to do that.
Okay. You could keep us unseen. I'll watch your back.
And
We-
convince Mom.
We have to be quick, though.
Bala says, just make sure she knows that it was my idea.
If you took Seth with you, he can make sure you're undetectable.
We got it.
Okay. He has the same skill as Ren. Oh yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting.
It's okay.
It seems kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Anything else that we want to try to do?
So, Reva, or not Reva, Ares would say, so if we're talking about closing the rip that's on that edge of the sphere, the time ring,
Yes.
that was created from the Nexus running through it.
Well, who here is capable of closing something like that? Adric says, well, I know Lily can do it. She did it against Mammon.
Absolutely.
You would need a team for that. It's in space. So it's one thing to come into another time from to come back in. It's another thing having the ability to go to the location that you need to go to and accomplish the things you need to accomplish. Yeah?
Yeah.
So for instance, if we're going to try to get the council and notify them, you know how hard it is to get to the council? It requires someone that's been to the council before. Has anybody here done that?
Alexandria doesn't speak up.
Alexandria looks over, she goes,
Ares looks up.
I have, but so has Val.
She's in the room.
She's in the other room, but she has as well. But
Who are they more likely to listen to?
I do not know if I could convince them or not, but I could try.
I can go with you.
Who's saying this?
Ares. And then I can make sure that we get back to the right time when we're done.
Alex is like, I'm not letting you go by yourself. Babe's like, well, I will go with you, Ares, if that's what you're going to do. I can't think of anything else that I need to do with it. Sabian says, I have a task that I'd really like to take care of, but it's not something that I think everybody should know about or be aware of.
Reva just looks at him.
They would say, is this something that we need to do to fix what's happening? And he's like, in a way. And he looks at him and you can tell they start to telepathy one another. Bates left these to Raven. He says, he wants to deal with the Ancient One.
What the fuck do you mean, deal with the Ancient? What does that mean?
Wanton murder.
If Mom's not killed, then the Ancient One doesn't wake up, right?
Right. But the Ancient One is sleeping and he wants to make sure that he stays there.
Permanent chains of desiccation. Oh,
I don't know if that helps our cause or not. I mean, obviously it could, but it's not in reference to anything that's currently on the discussion.
Let's just assume he's working for Gemini.
Ergo would say he shouldn't go by himself.
Bella says, I'll go with you. Sabian nods at her. He's like, it's probably a good idea that you come with me, actually. He's like, okay, so we got a lot of things, a lot of ideas, a lot of things to cover. Let's discuss this Necrothian situation.
Teams. Eris would look at Xavier and say, so you said that substance is alive?
He's at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not in that shit. So she would just say that out loud. So that substance is alive.
That's what Xavier said.
I wonder if it has a consciousness. I tested it. It has no soul. I can tell you that.
But it has a conscience.
I don't know.
It's alive, it does. No some sort. It might not be real intelligent, but gotta have something.
It moves.
What is it, though? Because we need to be able to replicate it. I need to know what it is to be able to even start to do something like that.
I have a question. In reference to all that. If they close the rift as soon as the Nexus escapes, then the Necrothians can't come through, right? Or is that wrong? That's how they came into the sphere, correct?
Not the other two.
No. You can come through a
And,
crystalline sphere.
Yeah, you can transfer through the crystal sphere.
Just coming through that way for Gemini would give him a certain power over time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important.
That's why we're discussing closing it, because it is affiliated with time.
Okay. Sorry, I just thought maybe two birds with one stone.
Maybe I should, Aries would say, maybe I should go talk to Xavier and try to learn more about this substance. Because we need more of this cure than what we have. If we're going to use it as a weapon. Right?
Yeah.
I'll go see what I can learn. She'll walk out.
Okay.
She'll go sit down right next to Xavier.
Okay. You guys are at the bar. Starting to catch a little buzz if you continue to drink this stuff. It's not overwhelming as immortals, but it actually gives you a little buzz. Godwin,
Uh-huh.
I need a constitution check at a -8.
Good.
All right. You're buzzed, but you're not on the floor. But this shit is strong.
Something besides a Brantford Abbey?
Yep.
Oh, what's it called?
This is Zed. He
Oh,
just.
man, you said Godwin. You got my mind.
You said Godwin.
I mean Zed. I'm sorry. I meant Zed. Did he make it?
I don't know. Hang on. I'll roll for him. You said
You-
-8?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Okay. All right, back to where I was. It's
Yeah.
very strong, but you're all right. You're not on the floor. Eric, you sit next to Xavier, and he's like,
Hey,
"Hey,
how you feeling?
good.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's up?
I got some questions for you
Okay.
about that stuff, that that living stuff that you make the cure with. What is it? You said it's alive, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a soul. Does it have a consciousness? Does it think? What is it? Is it a metal? Is it plant matter? Is it
It's some sort of mineral that is living. That's all I really know about. It's some sort of. It's collected from a cave that's on an asteroid in space, and there's several of them. There's not just one asteroid that has them in it.
okay?
I don't really know. It's some kind of leftover substance from a race of beings that used to live in these caves and inside these asteroids.
Do you know what those beings were called?
Fucking fossilized Necrothians.
The beings were not alive when we took over. That was just something that I heard along the line. I mean, I don't even know if that's true, but they weren't alive when we were there. So, one of our teams found it that, amongst other things, when we go to new worlds, we discover new materials.
So this ship that you and Zed are talking about taking, does it have more of that material aboard that ship?
I'm sure it does.
So we gotta have some storage of the stuff, making it on almost on site on the fly, don't they?
Right. Yeah. No, there would be something there in case Necrothians are encountering a world. Yeah, amongst other things.
So we might just focus on that because
The ship is really a small city.
truly we need more of that to be able to make enough for it to have any kind of impact.
Is it like the one that was parked outside when I got to where we were?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I was looking at trying to duplicate it, but all the spells that I've tried to do such a thing have not had good consequences with it. So
I'm sure we can collect more from that ship, amongst other things. I didn't think about that. Medbay and all that stuff. There's going to be some stuff there.
thought you were a pirate.
We're working on the piracy part, Your Majesty. We haven't got there yet. We're working
Yeah.
on it.
It hadn't happened yet.
We're looking at career changes here.
Zed and I have been talking about this for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, like 2,000 years at this point.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about this so long it's in the future.
Yeah, we really messed with time, Your Majesty. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. But luckily it doesn't affect me.
What?
Time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm immune to the effects of paradox and various other things.
How is that?
That's nice.
It's in my blood.
What do you mean?
It comes from my people. I'm unique in that way.
That's interesting. Is he talking?
Who the fuck are your people?
Yeah, she's like trying to figure out how to ask. I
So we
swear.
just need to get the body swapper with a couple of those fucking guys.
One of the reasons Jim and I chose me, I think.
Better than the reason he chose me.
Mm. Yeah. The dude you come
Yeah.
from.
What?
Dude you come from is
I came from a vat.
Well, yeah, but originally you came from a dude that yeah, a dude. General Zed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what is it you want to know?
That
What?
is what I wanted to know.
I
But
don't even know what happened to him.
The General Zed?
Yeah.
Jim and I killed him with obedience runes.
Oh.
Writing. I was there.
From the future?
What?
I mean the one that was here that I was but wasn't. The
Correct. That you were made from originally.
yeah, no. I meant the your friend from the future that came back that was supposed to be me, but I was and now is I
Oh,
probably
that guy?
yeah.
Timey, wimey, wobbly.
Yeah, not my original me. I don't know about him either, but
The original you that you were created from was fried
yeah.
by Jim and I with obedience runes. Before, well, it was after a bunch of the clones were made.
Oh, right, because they were trying to rebel, right?
Right.
Because he's even got rebellions to deal with at a certain point. Of
There's
me.
there's something in your genetic makeup that every so often some of you rebelled.
Right, you're saying yeah, I remember you saying that now. My blood doesn't like Gemini either. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be useful. See, I got cool blood.
Well, he tried to get, he has a thing with trying to find new genetic races that have uniqueness. He's searched the galaxies. He's done a lot of questionable shit. He couldn't find any of my people. I'm the only one still alive.
Is that what he told you, or is that what you know?
That's what he told me. That's what I found out. That the world I came from, I was the only one left.
do you know what happened?
Destroyed by a race of beings that were some sort of conquerors, kind of like Gemini. They, I mean, not like Gemini, but they were a warring race of beings from space. Destroyed my whole planet. The only reason I survived was pure luck, to be honest with you. Somehow I was able to survive through. I don't really have any memory of what happened, but from what I know, I was put in some kind of stasis device, and there was the world basically was destroyed, and the stasis device that I was in was able to somehow survive the destruction of the planet. And I was found floating in space.
That's a super story, man.
What's that?
So that's a super story.
Yeah, I guess. I feel lucky, but especially now that I'm away from him, I don't know how much longer this will last. Like I said, but I think we have. I think we're in the process of stirring the hornet's nest. I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop.
I
And if
feel
so,
that.
it was good talking to y'all. And good meeting you.
Good
I
drinking.
think I just want to be more than a clone, man. That's it.
Just like that.
Okay.
She's gonna go back in.
He's like,
Slowly walk away while we're talking. Just
yeah. He's like, are we boring you? You walk past.
Huh? Yeah. She's just be like, no, I gotta go.
Oh,
yeah,
you're doing plant stuff. That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Continue to kick the hornet's nest, as it were.
All right. He comes back in. He's like, oh, dude, you're more than a clone. You've evolved beyond that. But if you really want to be unique, you know what we could do?
What?
kill all the others.
You know what? That would make me pretty special.
Wait,
I mean, I'll help you.
wait, did she catch the end of that? As they're saying that?
No, you
damn,
walked away.
damn,
You
damn.
walked away.
You're a good friend, man.
Yeah,
He's
no.
trying to save the world, bro.
Yeah. We're buddies. We're buddies. I'd be happy to help you with that. You know, after all this bullshit, if we survive or even during, I don't know. Maybe we should put that on the list of things to do, man. I mean, they are minions of Gemini's.
They are, you know, technically evildoers.
It could be a distraction.
I mean, there is a lot of them. That would be pretty distracting. It's a pretty good, regardless of the size of his force. That would be a dent.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Hmm.
I mean,
We should add that to the list. I think there's a list. There's a list,
there's
right?
probably a couple million of you, man.
Yeah, we should definitely thin that herd. I don't feel special at 1 million.
I agree.
Plus, I feel like a lot of us are dicks.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think some of them might be pretty good. I mean, they, like I said, they're rebellious, some of them, but most of the ones that were rebellious were executed. So there was the rumor about the ship, the two ships that got away, and I think that's where you're from, man.
I was on a ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it blew up. But I wasn't on it when it blew up, obviously.
Oh, well, there were two of them.
There was a lot of me's on there.
Yeah. You know, there was two ships that got away, and evidently Necrothians got a hold of. I don't know what happened, but I remember reading the report or hearing the report.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
You know, did you hear about the other ship? You know anything about it?
No, I just remember them. They said that the one ship that they blew up. They blew up the one ship. That's all I ever heard about.
You know, if we could find that other ship, we might be able to find a bunch of those bracelets.
How many do you think that did we all have one?
Yeah. So you pilot your ships.
Well, I'll be damned. That'd be something. We should add that to the list too.
Okay. Eat telepathy, Scara.
Hmm.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we need to go back in time and find the two ships that the Zeds were on and find the one that's missing. Figure out where it's at. So we can retrieve the bracelets. Or find the one Zed was on and retrieve the bracelets from those. You were out. Were you out cold? Were you
Yeah,
on
I mean,
top?
I was in the tube, I guess, until they.
All right. Yeah. So the ones that were in tubes, we could, if we found that, we'd be able to find some bracelets. If we found bracelets, then other people could, you know what? The troops that are on that ship that we're going to get, there's probably some on that as well. That's going to be tricky, man. I don't know how we're going to do that once we get them here.
Yeah, that is a question.
We need to figure that out.
Unless we had a bunch of me's to just throw at them and let them fight it out.
Well, they were rebellious. We could find that ship and get them on our side, then we might have some space.
On our cell. We'd have a whole space brigade of space marines.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'd probably hold off on killing those ones though.
Yeah. He takes another drink. So when you come back in, Eris, Alexandria and Alex come over to the table and they start listening to what's going on.
Eris would say to me, Xavier believes that there's more of that material on that ship that they're talking about taking.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't know for sure, but he believes there is. So that may be an answer or a partial one, among other things. He couldn't really tell me much about it other than it's a mineral. But there may be more. So
As you guys are staying there, Sal and Natan come back in the room and they come up towards the stage area. And Sal says, all right, guys. So, have you come up with any plans? And if so, what are they? Ray nods at Kara,
She'll hand him the list.
walks up and hands it to him. Looks at it. Okay. So, how can we do this and solve this? Since these are very important, correct? Is there any way we can do this without using time? Now that you know for a fact that there are certain things that need to be taken care of, how would you go about doing it?
That last one can't be done without using time.
The Queen?
If we can find her soul and spirit, we could bring her back. That's Kara.
Unfortunately, it's not at the top of the list of the problems that we're having. This was added as an extra thing. So, stealing a ship, can't that be done without using time?
Eris would say, the ship's in the future.
It is.
But without using the come back in, can this be done? Bay's like, yeah. With Zed and Xavier, I believe it can be done.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the other things.
The Immortal Warning, the Immortal Council.
You want to warn the Immortal Council? Well, the Immortal Council is disbanded and lost and scattered, correct? They probably could use some help. And that can be done without going back in time. That's in Volskar. That's where they're at. What else is on this list?
Closing the rip.
Closing the rift, the edge of the crystalline sphere.
I wonder if that can be done without going back in time.
Lily's just got a big shit eating grin on her face. She's like,
Basically, what has happened is I've given you the avenue and the option of doing those things that you really think need to be done. It focused you.
Into shit.
You can do these things without going back in time. You should focus yourselves and get them done if they're that important. The fact that I called you all here and brought you into the comeback in, I can tell you that we've already succeeded in one of our endeavors. The enemy is losing their ever-loving mind, searching for each and every one of you, wondering where you went. If I drop you back into the world that you came from, you will only have been gone for the blink of an eye, but he will know that all of you were only gone for a blink of an eye. And that will worry him a great deal. Most likely, that will bring him to Ashington. Meaning that I am now aware of the time and place that he will come into Ashington. You have given us an opportunity, a window in time, simply by coming here and heeding the call. Now, you have listened to my speech, and you know, you've listened to Rona, you know very well the things that need to be taken care of. And time is not necessarily a device that you should use to take care of it. You have now taken your blinders off, and you are seeing clearly. You know the things that must be done. Now you should work together to get those things done. They might possibly require sacrifice and consequences. But every victory comes with a price, be it moral, emotional, cosmic, life. But now you have unity in this chaos. You have a plan. You understand the things that need to be done. Now, I don't know if you talked about or discussed the other things such as the godchild of evil or Manar and what to do about that. How to avoid the apocalypse that thing creates. As his hunt escalates, he will gain more power. The issue with the godchild is normally Manar would set it loose and allow it to just grow, and then it would destroy. I do not think that is his plan. His plan is to let it grow to a point to where he can absorb the energy and rise up, ascend as a god on this plane. Question is, are you going to stop him? Or are you going to help him? He looks over at Vase like, are you going to go after the Necrothians? Is that an important mission? Is this something you feel definitely needs to be done? Because Gemini will come regardless. And we know the time and place now that he will come. That gives us the upper hand. We cannot prevent him from coming completely, but we can certainly have a welcome rug for him when he gets here. One that will wrap many of his troops in death and destruction the moment he steps through this crystalline sphere. It will be unlike any other crystalline sphere he has entered to destroy in the past. It might not be worth it to him. We will see. The moment you step out of this place, things will start to happen. It's your choice what exactly you're going to do about it. House Ryzen will, of course, be doing their best to protect this world in whatever ways we can. You have a list of things to do. I've given you the opportunity to unify against this chaos. It is now your choice, your personal choices, each of you, as to what to do. But regardless of what you do, you've already helped the cause. Know this. Thank you all for coming. And you may leave whenever you would like to leave. Congratulations. He walks over and puts the paper on the table next to you guys. And heads off into where the bar is. You see the magic that is located on the walls and everywhere that you saw before dematerialize, and it goes back to the normal look of the come back in. Still in the past. And he walks over here and he sits down next to this menorah.
Great speech.
What?
It's a great speech.
Those of you that were in the bar can hear it as well.
Yeah, that's why I said great speech.
Yep. I merely give you the truth and the way to accomplish your goals. That which you already had, my friend.
See, Clip? It was friendship the whole time. It wasn't about time. It was about friendship.
Yes, it was. Unity.
Finally, everyone gets it. I've been saying it for a long time. It's the power of friendship that'll get us through it. Everybody keeps laughing like it's a joke.
Well, you are a jokester, so.
We all have our survival mechanism.
That's true. Everybody's kind of looking around at each other, in this room, like,
Well then.
Well,
Well, my love, what do you think?
I
what?
was gonna say, I was gonna turn to Godwin and just say, my love, I go, as you know, I go where you go. And I'll see it through to the end. My job is to make sure to get you home, both because I want to and because that's what I'm supposed to do. You have my shield.
All right, she's got a plan.
Oh,
Thank you always. Thank you as always, my love.
Sal nods and he's like, that's what I'm talking about right there. You walk
But
you-
one point though,
What?
why do you not have accent anymore?
I don't. What are you, what are you talking about?
I mean, your accent that you have,
This,
you had for a long time, you don't use.
I don't. It is a difficult thing to turn off and on, my love.
Trill starts laughing. I knew you were hiding something. He's a full Scarian spy.
And I thought, Hiro, you would see me coming a mile away, Trill. You can't even see this.
See, now he gets a real accent and he sounds like one of us.
It was actually Alexandria's idea to try to blend in and make people more comfortable.
That's all that needed to be said. If you need to blend, I understand. But you know me, I'm not here to blend.
Oh, you stand out quite well, my love.
Lady Deathstrike, Tessa, Von Rue, and Natan exit out of the room. Lady Deathstrike nods at you as she goes by, Momo. And they head towards the front door. You see Sal look over his shoulder at them and smile a little bit.
Can Momo telepathically talk to her on her way out?
She
To Lady
can.
Master, I was wondering where do you think is the best for me to go?
You are free to do whatever it is you wish to do, young one. Use the skills that I have taught you well, and remember where you come from. You are not only cat kind, but you are a student of the way of the Kishan assassins.
I did not know that.
May,
That's
Aph- may Aphrodite's love and beauty shine upon you, young one. I free you from your burden of constant training. It is time for you to use your skills and change the world.
I understand, Master. Thank you.
You may find me at the Temple of Aphrodite if you have the need to speak with me. In Queensland. And with that, the three of them are let out the door to come back in.
So Val will say, all right, let's
Gordon gets up and starts going out.
Zero was about to walk over to him and start talking to him.
Okay. He starts walking out.
That's
catch
what-
up.
Yeah.
Val was gonna go find him.
that's what God was gonna do too. So
All right.
I was about to say one,
You see him
Then
go. You see
they
him-
will too.
Yep, Starhead that way.
All right. So you guys go catch up with him.
Yeah. She was about to go in there and talk to him.
are we keeping with the same plan then?
He says yes.
The fuck is up with your voice?
It's
I
time.
figured it was time to stop blending in and just be Voskar.
Mm.
If it makes you uncomfortable, too fucking bad.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just fucking with you. Be who you are, you know?
So all of you gather together, and when he walks out, Alexandria and Alex will go with you as well. Jamal will telepathy to Godwin. By finding any information that's useful for your endeavors in Volscar, I'll let you know.
I appreciate that, and anything else you can provide, Father.
Be safe.
And you.
All right. You come and you are each of you given a hand by the half giant and allowed out. Godwin, you once again recognize the symbols on the half giant as Master Mashida's house.
Yeah. Oh, boy's boy.
Yep, that is his son. And you go out and you come out when you came in, correct?
Yeah.
Same time? Okay.
Same time, same place.
Okay.
At least we get there and Gordon's fucking not there.
I know he's there.
Shit.
They will.
I was a little worried about it too, to be perfectly honest.
Alexandria will transport you guys back to the house Dumont. You guys head back that way. So there's still a shit ton. They will order the crew of the Sub Rosa to report to the ship.
Eris would look at Vay and say, I think that Lily and I could probably take care of closing the rip on the edge of the crystalline sphere. We would just have to get there.
Get back to the castle first, and then we can decide. Fair.
Fair.
Ren and Zen. Zen looks at you when he orders you guys to the ship, and she turns and looks over at Ren and looks over at Momo, and she's like, What is your plan?" And she says to you,
Mm.
"Momo,
Currently I don't have one. I'm here to help and to lend aid where is needed.
have you ever been to space?"
I have never been to space.
We
It
are
sounds wonderful.
what they call space monkeys.
Yes,
Oh,
they
interesting.
affectionately call us. This is Admiral Renara. I am Commander Zen, and
We're the command, or
yeah,
we're in charge of the ship called the Sub Rosa.
Subrosa.
if you would
Sounds like a wonderful name.
do,
Do you want to come with us?
I would love to.
Mm.
You know, when you don't know something, it's best to go and find out.
You're cat kind, so you're family.
yeah,
Yeah. She'll look around for Sejord, and then she'll head to the door.
he's heading out.
Okay. Let's
All right, so the crew of the Sub Rosa. Am I missing anybody? I'm
Eden and
missing
Kara.
Eden and Kara, who are
Right.
still staying there.
I mean, technically, Zed is there getting drunk at the bar, so I don't know.
What's that?
I mean, Zed is there, still kind of getting drunk at the bar. So
Yeah,
Ren will say something to him as she walks by. She'll say, King Vayman calls the crew of the Sub Rosa back to the ship.
Yep. Seth will kiss Vela on the head.
okay.
My love.
let's go. And so Xavier stands up and comes with you. He's like, "Very well.
All right, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Permission to come aboard,
Admiral.
Admiral. Permission to come aboard. I think my skills would be best used in space and next to my buddy's head. Trust me."
I'll give you a chance.
He smiles.
He's a good guy. I mean, he'll probably survive. I'm probably gonna die. I'll be honest.
I know. I know quite a bit about space, he says. He smiles at you.
Good to have
Besides,
you aboard then.
we got a mission to accomplish if
Hmm.
that's what we're gonna do.
Right, let's go, guys.
Admiral.
Bela,
Did we bring Risa?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And she'll just roll that way.
okay. Fly that way.
Yeah.
All right.
I do want to state, though, Kara, I love you both, but when we're on the ship and on mission,
I know.
focusing on the mission instead of on your relationship. Okay? Just like Zen and I do, just like Sejord and I do. That needs to be your number one priority when we're out there because it can be the difference between life and death. And I love you. She'll start walking towards the door.
Okay. Risa is like, of course, of course.
I told you that on the ship she was going to start acting differently. And
You
it's one of the things after the whole last thing that happened where fucking Lux got infected with the Necrothians and they got attacked. But yeah. Hey, maybe fucking Xavier can tell them what those fucking things were.
So
Water thing.
No.
What?
Bay will look over at Lily as you see all them leave. He's like, your dad has the key. No worries. They will need you. And Gorg is like, well, then we're going too, right? Okay. Let Rin know.
Was Eris going?
What do you say?
That sounds fine. Do Eris and I need to take care of that rift first, or is that something you're going to send a Severosa to do? Like with all of us?
You would be the one doing.
Yeah,
I don't need to be there.
Oh, okay.
It would just be the same spell that you use to close the rip.
Got it.
We'll
And your
discuss
feet, yeah.
we'll discuss that. We'll get that done. I don't want to jump to it too much ahead of the plan. No worries.
Okay.
Those kids will need your help.
Absolutely.
So you head with them too. So that's a big fucking crew of people. You guys all go one by one out. See, I told you I had a lot of freaking tokens. So this is what's left in the room. Besides Master Rona, who comes over and sits down here, and Tuffy. She actually, Nixar would have left with the Immortals to go back to Boskar. Jama will leave as well. Saber will go to the bar. Dusty will say, so we're still accomplishing the goals, right?
Yeah. Just maybe not in the way that we thought.
Well, if the come back in won't do it and can't do it, I still can. Just so you know. If you need to use time, I can do that.
I'm still game to save your mom. You should look at Reva.
Mm-hmm. I can take us back without the come back in using the conduit.
Just use. Yes, you could.
Yeah.
You have the ability to do that.
I do.
Excuse me. Cecilia will leave as well. She's ordered to report to the Sun Chaser.
It's either that or I could start focusing in on the Shogun and the current timeline and try to get her spirit and soul back. She'll look at Vay. Whatever you think.
I don't know for sure, but I believe that the way that they did it was they used their witch to trap her soul and spirit in the nether, which is why nobody can find it. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I think happened. Because that's how that works. That would be that's why I think that nobody can detect where it is, including me.
Indar and Adric nod and they get up. They go to the bar.
And I could be wrong, but I don't think that the Shogun has it. I think it's tied to that witch.
Well, we should run some portents on this and we should look for some divinations about it and find out what exactly we can. Do some face observation.
Faith observation. Yeah.
100% face turbation, Vay. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know. I'm willing to do, whatever.
Let's head back to the keep.
Reva would look at Sabian telepathy him and say, hey, couldn't you just hang out? Or we just hang out here until you're better? and no time would pass out there.
I guess that's the way it works.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when we walk out, no time will have passed and you'll be all better.
Well, as long as we walk out the time we entered, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that does work.
You want to just hang out here until you are better?
Need probably more blood.
Okay. Just look at the bar. They might have it.
Not, I'm sure we could figure it out, but we'll see in a minute, he says to Vay. He's like, all right. So everybody leaves. The row house leaves except for Reva and Sabian, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to stay behind, but you won't stay behind technically.
Nope.
Right.
You'll try to go through the future and see. So yeah, everybody's going to go. So that's pretty much all the peeps except for who's left at the bar there, which is no player characters. The only player character left behind is Reva.
I know I have to be a pain in the ass. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Vala says, so I guess I'll hang out a while. Maybe we should talk some things over. What do you think, Sabian? See him kind of narrow his eyes. He goes, what do you mean? Well, I think that there might be some things that you need to remember. And she turns and looks over at you and she goes, and probably you too.
Talking about all my fucking missing memories.
Yeah.
I can't seem to fucking get back no matter what I do.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
You guys should probably get them back.
Do you have an idea of how to do that?
Of course they do. She turns to look at Sabian and goes, the problem is we'll need to wait because, well, I can't cast blood magic anymore. And you're not in a position to do so either. So before I can give them back to you, that'll need to take place. And trust me when I say that. It was better that the two of you did not think things that were taken from you.
Was it you?
But if you're ready for them to come back once he is healed, then we can make that happen. And she stands up and walks out of the room, goes into
Oh,
here.
fuck,
and she
man.
goes down to the bar.
Cryptic motherfucker.
He looks at you and
He says that. She's like, fuck.
you take on him?
I don't know. So guess what it sounds like? What the fuck is she talking about? We didn't need to remember it was better.
I don't know.
What the fuck happened? What'd you do? She looks at him.
What'd you do?
I didn't
didn't do
fucking do anything.
I don't remember any of it. Well, that actually brings to question, do we want to remember? I mean, it sounds like she's telling us
That we don't.
that we don't. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe
You think?
it'll change things. Yeah?
I mean, really. What the fuck's the difference without having them? I'm happy. It's not like it changes anything, right? Are you happy? Do you feel like you need them?
I'm happy, and other than this bullshit I got fucking going on. And other than the fucking bullshit that's going on in the world, bullshit.
I meant in reference to your memories.
I'm just tired of fucking, people, and countries, and fucking shit. Bullshit. All the bullshit.
Yeah,
Tired of it fucking all.
I
Like
fucking
it all
feel
should
ya.
be burnt down to the ground.
I fucking feel you.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's just, it's a waste of time. I don't need my memories back. You need your memories back?
I don't
Let's
really
make
care.
new ones. Fuck it. Let's go tell that bitch to fuck off.
All right.
Yes, he starts walking in there. You guys come in, and Sabian goes right over here, and he starts to sit on right next to her, and he doesn't. He kind of moves over, and he sits here, and he's like,
Rainbow will sit next to
he's
her.
like, fuck off. We don't want our memories back.
Rainbow will sit down. I don't want him.
She smiles when you guys say that, and that's where we're going to take a break, and we will come back where you guys all have exited the comeback in and entered your respective locations. Sound good?
I'm good.
All right.
Sounds
We will
good.
see you guys here in just
Ooh. Mm.
And we're back.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back.
Woo, good to be back.
All
Good to
right.
be. Good to be.
We are going to go to the Sub Rosa. You guys transport to the Sub Rosa.
Look at that fucking table.
There is a round table now.
Smart.
By Ren's
All
request,
right.
after the last time Day was on the ship.
You guys make your way back to the Sub Rosa and into the meeting room, the main room, and sit around the table. Momo, you are right here, up at the top.
Ren will introduce Momo to the rest of the crew.
Okay.
And say, you guys, this is Momo. This is one of our new crew members. She's new. She's never been in space before, so anything you can do to help her, of course. You all remember how overwhelming it can be when you first get here.
Zen will look at you and say, there is a dojo up on one of the decks that Bela has set up here. Since she will be joining us, you can have access to that location if you would like.
I'm sure, Zen. Just do my job. That's fine.
Thank you so much. I would love to see that. It's a
There's also a room attached to it that is accessible as well.
so
Zen,
accommodating. Thank you.
Zen says, I have spoken with Vela about it, and she is fine with it. So just make it your own.
I am very humbled, and I appreciate all of your graciousness.
So when you transport actually to the ship, there up at the top left corner of the map here, you will see a teleportation pad. That's where you guys come in at and just kind of mingle into the different locations at the table. You guys are actually in Queensland right now, but the ship is up at the top of the keep, just sitting there, ready to go. So you come on board. Kara, you and Risa are right here.
Mm-hmm.
I did not bring your chair in. I'm sorry.
All right.
Imagine you have a chair with you right now. Bring it in later. When you guys get there, Hoblar will come out. I'm sorry, Gomal. No, but Gomal will come out and look around, and he's like, "Oh, welcome, Admiral. Welcome back aboard."
Thank you, Como. You have not met her yet, but this is Risa and Kara. Risa is in charge of the med bay.
The new chief medical officer.
She's the old chief medical officer, but she's back now.
Nice to meet you. My name is Gomal.
So this is Gomal.
That's Risa. I'm Kara.
Oh, he looks over. Nice to meet you, Risa. And she's like, nice to meet you as well. Is the chief gone? You're reinstating me as chief of the medical bay?
If you want it.
Very well.
A smile at her.
She smiles. He's like, yeah, they got rid of her. She was a bit crazy. Yeah.
She'll look at Risa and say, we tried to hire Dr. M.
Oh.
And it just didn't work out. Super glad to have you back.
Did she mess up my medical bay? She looks at Gomal. He's like, no, I don't think so. Well, maybe a bit. Maybe.
Feel free, Risa.
Yeah. She nods and heads that way. He'll go in there with her, and he looks like a anti-paladin of some sort.
Did Vay tell her what their mission was?
He didn't. He said just report to the Sub Rosa.
Okay.
Momo, there are windows that when you come in and you turn and you look out the windows, you see stars. You're actually you don't see stars. You'll see towers because you are in Queensland right now. You're actually not in space yet. But this thing is a marvel. When you come in, there are all kinds of magical glowing colors with screens, illusionary screens. You'll see around the outside of the room are the Geo9ers, which are at different locations, and
clones.
They seem to be saluting Ren and various other people when they come in. Sabian will come in because you guys have spent a long time. He is fine now.
Can I just ask how long it took?
We'll talk about that later. So Reva and Sabian are sitting over here. Seth, you're in your normal spot right there. Lion's actually here. He was not with you guys to come back in, but he is here when you guys come. People just start mulling in and sitting around. Xavier takes a seat. Lily, Myra, Gorgain, Hedda. She would be like this probably. And Rayla, Timmy, Rosa, of course, Momo, Ren, and Zen, and Teardrop, and Kit, all around the table. Kara?
Momo's super excited.
George?
What?
George?
Oh, yes, so Jord is here too as well. And Kara's going to have her chair as soon as I can find it. But Sejord is here as well.
She'll say to Momo, I know this is all can be very overwhelming, so if you have any questions, feel free.
So in Eastern tongue, Momo very giddy, and she's like, "It's so cute." She's so excited, obviously, just saying, "Oh, it's so cute." I'm just very overwhelmed with everything. She's very excited, very excitable.
Okay.
Lily will respond to her in her Eastern tongue. Welcome aboard. If there's anything that you need, feel free to ask.
Wow, thank you so much. I sometimes I forget that speaking Eastern tongue, so I apologize. And she will stop speaking. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to offend anyone. I just got so excited. Sometimes my my mother's side just pops out.
It's no worries.
You're totally fine. It is all
Honestly,
very exciting.
It's usually pretty gloomy, so
Just wait until we take her up into space.
Seth will offer Reva and Sabian a cigar before he lights one up himself.
You guys will notice Sabian's back to normal. He says, sure. He takes one.
Ray will take one. Just smell it first.
Foreign.
Where does Kara go? There does not seem to be a
She just goes into an open spot and just stays there.
okay.
If she's not needed, she'll go in the med bay.
She goes in the med bay. Okay.
Where's Eden?
Eden is not here. God dang it. Mother cuss bucket.
Well, because I was just thinking that's where Kara would go, and then I'm like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
see her.
Eden will look at Momo and say, I think it's so cute how excited you are. I'm always happy to have new people aboard.
Well, thank you so much.
Super genuine smile, you know.
Well, thank you. I'm so honored.
Teardrop will look at the Admiral and nod and go back into security. And so will Timmy. They go to security, which leaves a seat for both Kara and
Eden.
Ren say, as of right now, I'm just waiting on our orders from the king, and then as soon as those come through, we will take off. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to get back out there. It's been a nice break, but I miss the stars.
Rosa is, her robot body with her brain. She says, Admiral, I hope the new table is to your liking.
I love it, Rosa.
There seems to be some updated equipment on board.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. She walks over to this side over here and pulls out something from a drawer. It looks like a pad of a box of some sort. And she walks over and hands it to the Admiral.
She'll take it. Look at it.
This is a recorder of some sort that was crafted by Kara and Risa while they were at the keep. It is a new device that detects various things
Okay.
about our crew, their health, their. And she
Oh,
goes through the list of all of these.
wonderful. Wonderful.
They are now all over the ship.
Will you show me how it works?
Kara can show a
Kara?
picture.
Can you show me?
So roll over and show you how it works. And you can, if you pull up somebody, it can show you what's going on with them. Plus, if you scan it over somebody, it can also show you what's, and she actually will pull up the scan she did of Risa, and it actually shows you everything, even her ring.
Okay.
And if there's anything detected inside, it's got
Wow,
two.
Cora.
It's got True Sight. It's got Divine Sight. It's got all these, and she'll go down the list.
Any
And
pathogens, any diseases.
That's amazing.
it can even detect any necro,
That's absolutely amazing.
and it's smaller than our current devices that we have to carry. These
Yeah,
great big huge things.
We can take these with us on missions.
And I was hoping we had time to see if we could get somebody to make more of them.
They have been made.
Oh, already?
Yeah, the processes. They have been made. The schematic was brought on board, and shortly thereafter, myself and Penitent got to work.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Not only that, there are now scanners on the ship itself.
Wonderful.
New scanners. And there has been new shielding placed upon the ship, created by a combination of work between Elis and Kara and the rest of the Holy Hosts.
Beautiful.
Suggestions were made. We should have pretty decent shielding now.
More
It
than one hit
modulates-
or more damage.
It modulates between each attack, so it should protect us from multiple hits in a row.
Wonderful. Good job, Kara. Thank you so much.
Edith has said that it will be very expensive to add these things, but that he did so.
Okay.
For some reason, Kara disappeared.
She's right there.
No,
She's in the
her.
chair.
Yeah, it locked
Oh.
automatically. So
It's frozen
that was weird.
here and showing something different. There we go. Okay.
So yeah, and then of course the teleport pads have been taken care of, and they now will allow transport on and off the ship, even with the protections up.
Okay.
So you can go in and out. Non-detection has now been added to the ship, but telepathy will work between away crew and those on the ship.
Okay.
The ship has picked up each individual's biometrics and magic items and has calibrated them so that you can use telepathy on and off the ship, even with the protections and the non-detections on
Okay.
the ship itself. So that's improved.
That all sounds absolutely wonderful. She'll look at her, so she'll say, where are we on the device that we had talked about creating to make sure that nobody is has anything on them that's being divinated upon, those types of things when we come back from the wave mission?
Captain, all of our scanners have been updated and will detect such things aboard the ship.
Okay.
Specifically possessions and scrying and things of that nature.
The new
Okay.
scanners will do that as well.
Yes.
And I know this goes without saying, but if any of those things are picked up, please notify me personally.
Of course.
As well
and
as Zed, of course.
of course. There's been an update on the weapons as well. Our weapons are more powerful than they were. They've all been updated and changed. So everything is tip top. Xavier raised an eyebrow. Not bad for an older ship.
And we are
Well, it
working
can't
on
all be 2,000 years from the future, man.
Yes.
working on new spaceships, spacesuits as well, so that they're smaller and quicker to.
Oh, she will pull out one of the neck braces
Okay.
and she'll hand it to Momo and she'll say, we require that all crew members wear these, Momo, and she'll hand it to you. Basically, if something happens on the ship, we get stuck in space, this will allow you to breathe.
Oh.
So cute.
And Seth just says, no, it's not a collar for the cat.
It will keep you keep pathogens from going in you as well, like any kind of gases and things like that.
Her feet are down on the floor. She'll lift up one of her feet just real nonchalant and let a calico out.
Okay. You see a calico cat appear underneath her and start purring and rubbing up against her.
So as soon as we hear from the king, we'll be able to go on mission. Is everybody excited? I'm excited.
Lion is across the table from you, Momo, and he looks over at you and he goes, I do not believe that you and I have met, but I do believe you are Polar Cat, are you not?
I am Polar Cat.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Polar Cat. I am the Lion. Welcome aboard.
Well, Great Lion, thank you so much. The honor is mine.
The Lord
Question.
has blessed this mission and has looked over this crew for some time now. Even though Gold Star is present, know that the Lord of Cats is present as well.
That is
Always
good.
reassuring, Lion.
What's that?
Said always reassuring, Lion.
Wonderful, wonderful. I am glad you are assured, my friend. By the way, Admiral, I am excited.
Good, Lion. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear
We
it.
shall defeat any enemies that come against us.
That is right.
Do we have a mission?
I am waiting on King Vayman to update me on our current mission.
Very well, then we will wait for the king, I suppose. But when you are ready, just let me know.
Okay, absolutely, I will. Lion.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, goodness, why is he so aggressive?
He seems pretty bored.
So, I put this on now, or is this for late?
I would suggest you put it on now. Usually, if we're aboard the ship when we're going on missions, everybody on crew is required to wear one just for your safety.
Yes, if a laser or torpedo comes through the hull right now, it will evacuate all the air in here into space.
And that will make sure that you can breathe even if
You get
we're
the point.
floating out there. What was that, Zed?
Said into Queensland, but you get the point.
Yes, yeah. A few moments later, you get a telepathic message from Vayman. Admiral,
Yes.
is your crew on board?
Yes, and we are ready to go.
Report to Lux. It is time.
Okay. Who am I reporting to at Lux? Elis? Or Rear Admiral Nova?
The fleet is gathered right outside of the docks. You will be reporting to the fleet commander, General Galaxis.
Okay, will do. All right. She'll say, Rosa, take us to Lux.
Very well, Admiral. You feel the ship move a little bit, and then you don't feel it, and you guys start going up.
She'll say, so Vayman is sending us to Lux. We are going to report to General Galaxis, and I guess the fleet is ready.
All right then.
To me, it sounds like we're going forward with the attack on the Necrothians,
Really?
but I'm not sure. So
Interesting.
we'll see what General Galaxis says.
All right, you guys end up going up to right outside of Lux. And as you rise up, you see the scanners, the thing in the middle of the table, the sub rosa glowing arcanite stone in the middle of the table flickers, and you see a 3D image appear above the round table. And it shows 6 heavy cruisers like the HCC Valiant and 2 smaller cruisers and a bunch of ships in the middle of it. And you start floating up right next to them all. And you enter the fleet.
Well, Momo, if you look out
Built
the viewport
stars.
now, you'll be able to see stars.
Yeah, now you can see the stars out there. And as you come up right here, you will see the Rosa Obscura right up front. You'll see the Sun Chaser right next to you guys there behind you. Then you see what looks to be, it looks like a Black Bank vessel, but it's not. It's more, it's different. You've never seen that vessel before. Zira's vessel is here, the Death Sickle,
Mm-hmm.
and then other ships behind it. Now, if you recall, these smaller ships, like this one right here, these,
Yeah.
they house about 500 people. These huge, heavy cruisers are all around you guys, and they house close to 5,000 soldiers, with fighters and all kinds of stuff. So you guys, for the first time, you guys see the fleet of Queensland. This is a total. This is the total amount of the vessels that Queensland currently possesses. And of course, yours is unique. You get a communication from General Galax.
Mhm.
Admiral, welcome to the fleet.
Thank you, General. I am honored to be here.
We're
As
glad
is my
to have
crew.
you in the Sub Rosa crew. Welcome.
Where are we headed?
We will be transferring coordinates shortly.
Okay, I have not been briefed.
And while we are headed that way, there will be a briefing. It will take some amount of time for us to reach our destination. I can tell you that we're headed to the edge of the crystallosphere, Admiral.
Okay.
I know the rest of your crew are probably currently sitting there with you.
Yes, of course. If there's something that you need to tell me that's confidential, of course, we can switch to telepathy.
I'm a strong
Otherwise,
believer
feel free.
in the crew knowing what is taking place and what is happening.
I
If
agree.
they're sacrificing themselves for a mission, they should know all the details as well.
I'm glad we're on the same page with that. Just protocol.
There are 3 father ships that must be destroyed. It's been commanded by the king himself to head in that direction. I do not know exactly what the plan or the mission is. There's been rumors that we perhaps will be engaging them directly. There have been other rumors about stealth. I'm not sure exactly what is taking place. There's a confusion between the Holy Hosts and His Majesty. I know that the orders that we received when we were together a few hours ago are different than what we have now. More or less, we are to head in that direction, and we will be giving orders once we get there. It will take us some time to reach our destination.
Of course.
It takes
We will-
weeks to reach the edge. Of the
2 weeks,
crystallosphere,
Admiral.
yeah.
We will stay in formation the whole time.
Okay.
If scouting is needed, of course, we can send some vessels ahead and take care of it.
Of course.
Right now, we are in friendly space, so
Okay.
it's nothing.
Just per protocol with how we usually run the Sobrosa, usually we put her in stealth mode when we go anywhere.
That is your choice, Admiral. It is your ship.
Just letting you know.
I believe that there are a few other vessels that also have that capability. None of the heavy cruisers are able to do so, or the light cruisers. But some of the other smaller vessels that are your size are capable of such things.
Okay,
Very well.
lead the way.
Let us engage. You will notify us if you change course or investigate.
Yes, sir.
For some reason, His Majesty has placed me in charge of this fleet. I'm not quite sure why, Admiral. I would assume that it should have been Rear Admiral Noah. But it was not.
Well, congratulations.
All right, you guys start heading.
She'll tell Rosa to put them in stealth mode.
You guys start heading through space. In what you know is the direction of the father ships. You know quite well what direction they are in. Sub Rosa will tell you you're heading directly at them. And she says it will take up to 2 weeks to reach that location.
She would make sure the crew knows that it's going to take us about 2 weeks to reach the edge of the crystalline sphere. So hurry up and wait.
That's a long time. That's a long time, but it's time to get used to what's on the ship and all the new additions and so on and so forth. So there you have it. Okay. You will you're sitting there and you get a message that comes off of the wall from engineering. Admiral, Commander or Chief Penitent here.
Yeah.
Everything's working fine. Engines are running smooth. All the new additions and upgrades are working quite well. The new shielding seems to be in effect and will protect us a lot better than what we had before. Welcome back aboard. Welcome to the new crew members. And the Void Vanguard are very excited to hear from you, Admiral, as well as the rest of the crew. If you need anything from engineering, just let me know.
I will. I can come down and give them a briefing shortly.
Very well.
Thank you. Good to hear from you too, Penitent.
Thank you, Admiral. Rosa's working well, by the way. Everything seems to be tip top with her. And she's sitting right there with you. She like turns and looks at you like. And then he disconnects.
She'll look at us and say, I'm glad you're feeling well.
Evidently, I'm working well.
I'm glad you're feeling well.
Like some sort of mechanical engineering device, I suppose.
How about this? Rosa, how are you feeling?
Rosa, I am feeling fine. Feeling quite well, and I'm excited about what we are attempting. Hopefully, it will be successful, and may Gold Star guide all our steps. What else am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Whatever you want to say, Rosa.
Yes. Yes. Salute, she says. Wait, well, that's when you drink.
It is.
The Gold Star.
The Gold Star.
All right.
We should eat.
We should
Oh.
eat.
Lily, get up and go to the kitchen.
Okay. Gorgane's like, food. You go to the kitchen. Gorgane will follow you. Of course, Hedda will follow you as well. And Myra.
Raymond Sam, I should probably go down to engineering and give the Void Vanguard kind of at least
a brief idea of what's going on, what we know.
Here's something unusual. Seth just says, I'm not hungry.
Savy looks over at you and he's like, me neither for once in a long time.
Right?
He reaches his hand out over to Reva,
There you go.
grabs her hand, squeezes it. And says, thank you.
Mhm. She'll wink at him.
Xavier's like, all right, dude, show me around the ship. Show me
Yeah, I
around
was gonna say I could probably find you a place to sleep, and I know we have some open rooms somewhere still. I'm sure those haven't disappeared. So
I can sleep in cargo. I mean, it don't matter to me, but having a room would be nice too. Just show me around this rust bucket. Let's see what it can do.
Take
And Momo
then,
can do
Momo,
that.
if you'd like to be escorted to the dojo to see that, I would be happy to take you along the way.
Oh, I would be so greatly honored if you take me around to see the ship. I mean, being in space, I definitely need to know where everything is here.
Zed, you can give him my room.
Gross,
I don't-
but we'll see.
It's clean. It's never been used.
Oh, well then, maybe that's an option.
Ren would say to Zed, do we have an open room for Momo?
She
Just so that I can take the room in the dojo.
within the dojo, there's a room for
Okay.
you. All right. So the three of you head this way.
Yeah, kitchen. There's a restroom. Med bay's over there.
Yeah.
Admiral's office. My office.
Yeah.
Captain's office.
Yeah. Oh, that's who's missing.
Marshal Valkyrie, or Captain Valkyrie.
Captain Valkyrie's missing. I'll bring her in a little bit. But this is security up here. The med bay.
Yeah, by my office, I meant the security office. I don't actually have my own office.
Yeah. The captain's office, the admiral's office, the kitchen, stairs that go up the level, and down the levels, the spiral staircase, and so you take her to the dojo, which is you'll go down this spiral staircase right here.
The Tommy nuts.
And it comes into here. And looks like we got some wayward tokens.
And Valkyrie are there. All right.
Marshal Valkyrie and those wayward tokens.
Oh, okay, well, let's get Marshal Valkyrie. How about that? Bobby. Deli. All right. So, yeah, you come down and you see it's a complete dojo. There's an altar. There's armor and katanas. There's gong. There's a dragon statue. There is a
Water fountain?
water thing made of bamboo. Your room is located over here. Teapot, fan, all the stuff. You realize it's very much a master's location. Pretty cool. A lot of room in here.
I absolutely love the smell of tatami mats.
There's incense to burn, all that stuff as well. So yeah, there's that. And there's going to be some extra tokens and things that need to be disappeared because the last time we used this map, there was a lot that took
There was
place.
combat last time we used this map.
But this is the storage bay.
Cargo bay and door engineering.
Cargo bay, and you go through these doors that go down, located right here, and you come back this way from engineering. You come up this way, you go down this way, and then engineering is located here, where the Void Vanguard and Commander Penitent or Chief Penitent is. Down in engineering and the engines and all that. There is a firing range So you're giving them a tour, and you come down, and Pennington is down here.
Brian was gonna.
Rin comes down as well, and Penitent greets you. Good to see you, Chief.
Penitent, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. All these new upgrades are top notch, Chief. This baby is a humming.
Well, I'm glad there's enough to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah, it's all looking good.
Introduce you to new shipmates, Xavier and Momo.
Oh, welcome aboard. He goes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So, do we know what we're doing? Chief?
Well, heading where we thought we'd go so far. I think the Admiral is going to come down and explain more in detail, so I won't steal her thunder, but we are heading to the edge.
Okay. You hear from the other room. The edge, Chief?
The edge.
About that point, Admiral comes in. They all go to attention.
At ease, guys. At ease. You're fine.
And it's like, Admiral, welcome.
We are going to the edge of the crystalline sphere, as Zed said. There are three or two. Three. That's what I thought. There are three mothers, they're affectionately being called now father ships of the enemy out that way. We don't know exactly what we're doing when we get there. It'll take about 2 weeks for us to reach the edge. And they will tell us what exactly we're doing once we arrive. I think that's more for the sake of the portents and things like that. If we don't know what we're doing,
Brodog
we can
smiles.
divinate on it.
Brodog smiles and he turns and looks back at the boy Vanguard. He goes, "You're ready for combat. Get your shit straight. There's no reason for a whole fleet to be coming if we aren't doing something serious." Good to see you, Admiral.
Good to see you, Krodo. Of
My crew will be ready.
course. They always are. She'll turn around and walk out.
Okay.
Leave them to their
All right.
fuckery.
You show Xavier in here, and they all greet Xavier, so on and so forth. Basically, you just do the thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, there she goes. Now she's gone. And then you come out the other side. So you go in that side right here, and you come out this side when you're done to go back up. And you come back into the cargo bay, and then go to the spiral staircase. So yeah, he's just showing you all around. This is the gymnasium. When you come in here, you can see there's weights and there's a running area. There's some areas to do cold baths, teleport pad. Then the crew deck, which basically has access to guns that fire from the ship that they man, and then a bay for all the beds and everything, and a restroom and a weapons area. And then he takes you up on the next level, which is just crew quarters, various crew quarters. If you go up one more level, it goes into the pilot, where Bill Boff is located. And when you guys come up, he smiles and looks at you guys. He's a Hofflin, and he's good to see you, Commander.
You just said his name too. Bill Boff. There we go. Bill
Yeah,
Boff, good to see you.
Bill Boff.
How are you?
And then you go back down, and there's another area. There's a botanical garden area where they're growing things, and more crew quarters.
Sorry about that.
different plants and things like that. The ship is rather large, as you can tell. That seems to be all of it except for the brig, which is on the very bottom level. That's where prisoners are held.
Still am. God damn it.
What?
I'm still on the brig, too.
Yeah.
Good place for you.
Yeah. I'm everywhere on this ship. Don't worry about it.
And here is the specs of the ship. Don't seem to be locked, which is weird, but those are the specs of the ship, cannons, all that kind of stuff. Comes into gameplay, we'll be using it. The only difference between this currently is that they're no longer one-use shields. And the weapons have been upgraded a little bit. So they do a little bit more hull point damage. That's hull points that do the damage. And then you've got this little ship, the SS Eros, which is attached to the very front of the ship. That's what it looks like right there. And
One man.
It's a one-man vessel that attaches right underneath the pilot here and can be manned by a single pilot. And there you go.
And there's the tour. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you took your time to show us around the ship.
I'll be honest, it's part of my job, too, to walk around and inspect things once in a while to make sure things are going well. But it's good to have better company sometimes.
Good job, Zed.
Thank you.
Seem to know the ship. Seem to know ship pretty well. Well, I see several things that can be improved. Obviously, going in space right now towards a mission is not the time to do so. But, you know, once we get back, I'd be happy to offer my assistance and my expertise with the Admiral or any of the engineers.
Yeah, and if there's a thing that can be adjusted on the ship, you let Rosa know directly. She can store it, and if it's changeable in mid-flight, she can change it right now.
Can she really?
She can.
You mean she has access to change the shape of this vessel?
Yes.
Oh, is that interesting? Well, maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. This ship seems to be a little bit more advanced than I believe. Out of the wall, you hear Rosa say, yes, Xavier, there's quite a bit that can be done to this ship by your request or by the request of the Admiral or those in charge. If you have any concerns or additions that can be added, we'll go through the proper channels and I'll see what I can do. Is your room to your liking? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. She goes, if you need it altered in any way, please let me know. Okay. So the ship talks, he says. And he looks-
Rosa got it too.
Rosa sits at the table and is the ship.
So that thing downstairs is her?
Yes.
Oh. So brain that's in it, is that from a being or am I asking too many questions?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure on the subject. I do know, we've discovered what she is. Not necessarily. I mean, she's discovering who she is.
What is she?
Neo.
You can't tell me? That's
You
all
wanna
right.
hear me?
What'd you say?
I said I don't even know if he knows. Does he know? I can't remember if that was that loud or not.
No.
Oh, okay, then yeah, he doesn't know.
No, does he know does Zed know if she's a Neo? Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
So you say Neo, and he's like, oh. So the ship itself is a shapeshifter? Is this like it's like a mimic?
I mean, in a way,
Way cooler.
Interesting.
Just less bitey and way cooler.
Right. Well, I won't piss her off then.
Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, she does. I know she hasn't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure she could also eject your room into space if you fine too. So
Ah, interesting. Rosa, please excuse my ignorance. I did not know you were a living being. Yeah, and you hear her say, "No problem, Xavier. It's a pleasure to have you aboard." And as I said before, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer. Okay. Well, said. Thanks for the tour.
my pleasure.
So I guess there's no bar here. So that's the only thing I didn't see.
Yeah, I mean, I think the admiral plans on running a tighter ship than previous.
Well, if I had a suggestion, Rosa, it would be that. He kind of giggled. And she says, I will bring it up to the Admiral and we'll see if we cannot make an addition such as that. You know, all right. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys head back down?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys are in here. He's giving a tour. Lily, you're in there eating. Oh, you guys are eating, right?
Yeah.
Sabian's like, so, Admiral,
Ah. What do you need, Sabian?
we discussed something at the comeback in. You think that's probably included in part of our mission statement?
I would imagine so.
Is that on board? Here.
They didn't give it to me. I don't know if it was put in the cargo bay. Give me a moment to pull up the Czar. Czar,
Yes,
was there anything added to the cargo bay before we departed?
yes, that
What is it?
ammunition. Plenty of armaments were added to our tote.
What do the boxes say? Is there anything that stands out? Anything that's different?
No, I know everything that's
Just ammunition? That's it?
yes,
What does it look like?
typical X-12 warheads with 80 goes to the list.
Okay.
He knows everything.
She'll say, no. I mean, it wasn't put on the ship, I guess.
Who had that?
Harrison Bay.
Hmm.
I know that Delara and Kara had some of them, but I know that the actual material needed to make any more was with the king. But Delara and Kara do have a few doses.
If there's been no more made like they discussed, then I doubt that's our mission, right?
Right. I don't really know. I think that the reason Vey is not telling me is for the portents. Because if we don't know what we're doing, then it can't be divinated upon.
Oh, you slide that way. Makes sense.
I'm sure we'll find out when we get closer, here in about 2 weeks.
It's a long way.
It is.
Couldn't we just port there?
Not with the ship, and not with the fleet. Well, with the ship, that would be one thing. We could probably pull that off. But the whole fleet, there's no.
All right. Well, I guess we have some time on our hands. He looks at Raven, smiles.
Kind of rolls her eyes.
What?
More time the merrier, I guess.
Yeah, we've had so much time on our hands as it is. We've been doing nothing for a long time. All right.
Ren will say,
Yep, hurry up and wait, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So you guys are headed that way. We are going to go back to the other map in Volscar, where you guys.
The shit we've been waiting all week for.
The shit you've been waiting.
Seth will go into the med bay.
Huh?
While you're looking for that, Seth will go into the med bay. There you go. Now you go.
So the people that were headed to Volscar were the Immortals, of course.
Whoa.
Oh, that was a crash.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Again?
It'll be back next week.
Y'all hear that?
Hear what?
Okay. That answers it for me. All right, maps loading.
While you're doing that, I'll grab some mushrooms.
What is your deal with the mushrooms?
Because they're right behind my head.
What is the deal? I don't understand. Your screen. I'm wondering all night what the fuck you're talking about.
Right here. It's right here.
There's too
Pick 'em.
much-
I love fresh mushrooms. I mean, I can pick them right off the.
Like, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, I just let it go. I was like, there we go. Now I see.
So
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh. It'll come back when you reopen when you reshare your screen. You want to take a break really quick?
No.
No? Here. I can help
Hold
you.
on.
Figures
Hold on,
just
Just
right
hold on.
when I could finally see the map.
Hold on. It'll fix itself. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
There it is. Sure.
I see a tower.
It's a jam site anyway.
No, look, it's on
I
everybody's
see
cutting
it.
hair. That's fucking fun.
All right. Is it gonna come back?
Hold on.
There it is.
It fixes itself. Okay. Here we go. There we go.
Here we come. Save the day.
There it is.
Okay.
Damn, guys. That was crazy. Technical difficulties. We've been having lots of those today.
That's all good.
It's been an issue, but it's all good. Yeah. Good.
Aw. Godwin and Anthea don't get to go back into space with us.
Too cool for space now. Sorry.
Now you have Momo and Zed.
I know.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Back to the Dumont Manor. You guys come in, and Bodan is in there, and he greets you when you guys walk in. Everything is secure. So we'll rewind a little bit. You guys appear right outside the Dumont Manor. You can see the city. It's nighttime, and you can see the city is no longer on fire. The structures themselves in the distance, they seem to be, the construction of them doesn't seem to be thrashed or destroyed. Everything seems to be put back together. There is a calm over this city. It's quiet. The river and the waterfall are not flowing like they should. There's muck in them. It does not look right. The water doesn't look correct at all. You guys make your way into the Dumont Manor. You don't see anybody on the outside in the streets, but there are lights in different locations. And you come inside. He bows to you and welcome back. Welcome home, masters.
Thank you, Bodan.
Everything is okay. No disruptions. Seems the city has been healed somehow.
Wonder if the
What do you mean healed?
The fires have all been put out and the structures are all solid now. And it seems that at least something has taken place to rebuild and reconstruct the city itself.
everything but the river is taken care of.
Yes, the river does not seem to be, still seems to be diseased or poisoned or whatever it has happened to it. I have not left the manor, however. I've not gained any intel whatsoever.
Use this to storm family. This is the calm before the storm.
Alexandria says, I can try to find out some information about what is taking place out there.
So my curiosity is if it is the gods that divinely intervened or someone else got tired and is waiting for a new game.
I would assume that the gods have gotten together and fixed what is taking place, or perhaps some of the more powerful immortals. Maybe the council itself has done some things. I'm not sure. However, I'm supposed to speak with the council anyway. Am I not? We're supposed to warn them even though they already know. We can tell them of the things that they perhaps do not know.
If there's any gaps, it would be good for them to know.
Yes. Alex and I can take care of this. And in the meantime,
As long as you don't go long.
yes, we should not be long. We will return as quickly as possible. Make yourselves at home. And it would seem that, Godwin, that you are now an immortal. So this home is as much yours as it is Alex and I's now. It is not merely, I should say you are now a lord of this manor. And she touches your shoulder and smiles at you and walks out.
He'll nod to her and smile.
All right.
You rather sure that this house never thought they would hear those words.
Boden says, well, after Avon has been excommunicated from the city of Volskar, it is expected that you should take on that title.
This is fair
Dirty,
enough.
dirty bastard.
Yes, it felt very good to finally sink my blade into him.
Yes, I'm sure it did. He deserved every bit of it. Hiding
Yes,
within honor is not acceptable in my eyes. He fooled even me. Gordon and Zira, Gordon will go over towards the fire over here and sit down right here,
Mm-hmm.
and call you over there.
She'll go over.
Just sit with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What's up?
I think, as she said, is the calm before the storm. We should prepare ourselves. Do you need to pray? Do you need to pray for spells? Do you need rest? I would suggest everyone meditate or rest and whatever is needed.
Give me a moment.
All right. As immortals, the spells that you cast from your classes, to refill those spells, you must meditate. You have no need for sleep, however. But if you do not have meditation and you have spells, then you will have to sleep. I don't think that's the case for anybody.
Sierra knows how to meditate, so she'll sit down on the floor,
All right.
kind of in front of his chair, facing the fire.
Okay.
She'll cross her legs and start meditating.
Nixara will come over and do the same. She'll sit down.
Pray to Niran for spells.
Okay.
There's a couple that I need to think about that when you're doing her immortal stuff this week. I need to redo her spells. There's just a couple that she's missing from the last adventure.
Bodan will sit down.
Godwin's just gonna kind of walk around the hall with new eyes about the place.
Okay. And Val, and Thea, and Star, the three, you're just standing there at the front. You want to do anything? Go anywhere? Sit anywhere?
I'll probably tag along with Godwin.
Okay.
Godwin's gonna kind of unseen sight where he knew that pillar was.
He's going to what?
Like, kind of look where that pillar was, like the Underdark pillar.
Okay.
I mean, like unseen sight and all that, just seeing if it's, I mean, if he senses that it's even still there.
It's gone.
Good.
It's not there. You kind of wander around. You see a weapons rack. There's an exit here that goes to the dojo, but you see a weapons rack or two right over here. Stairs going down into the basement. You look and see some stocked food and an oven, fireplace looking device here. You move over here and see a sink and more food over here, and then what looks like some sort of pantry over here.
Did we tell our viewers about our defects from our artifacts?
You can, as if you want
I'll
to.
tell. I want to tell. I gotta tell somebody. So Zira's artifact, you guys already know this, but for them, she has to sacrifice a human once a week.
Yeah.
That's her defect. Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. So that's fine.
BBG, I'm telling you. All right, so you make your way around. You guys want to tell what your artifacts are? I'm just describing the room to you guys right now.
I named mine the Void Thing.
Okay.
Val will go sit by the fire.
Fireplace there. There's a library over here, Godwin. Val's gonna go over and sit by the fireplace. In a chair on the floor.
Chair.
Star was going to go to the opposite corner. To the left.
Here.
Down.
Okay.
That's there. Perfect.
Okay.
She's just going to close her eyes and kind of veg.
Okay. All right.
She's gonna invoke out of her new artifact the divine protection 4
Okay.
against evil.
All right.
And then she's gonna cast the fine blade spell on the dragon tooth. a blade dancer spell.
Okay.
Allows her to always know where it's at, no
Yep.
matter what. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I think she's good. Like all of her normal spells are still active. And then she'll meditate for 15 minutes and get that spell slot back
Okay.
and refill it with something else.
When Zira's done meditating, she's gonna cast a spell on herself.
Right.
Do you want to know what it is, or
Sure.
it's absorb negative energy?
Okay. Anything else? All right. As you guys are sitting in here, you realize that the Dumont Manor is it's pretty much a kind of a relic of a bygone era. As you look around and you're doing your meditating, your spells, most of the furnishings that are here, the wood floor, the walls, the wood all around you, it's older, kind of seasoned. The estate itself is pretty sprawling. It's nestled at the edge of the mountains of the city of Oscar. uh, Godwin, you know that it once was, and Anthea, you know this as well, that it was once a sanctuary for immortals that were seeking refuge within the city from the chaos of the earlier days. Uh, it's like a haunting reminder of the city's fractured states in the old days, and it seems kind of odd that it's currently that now, and it's still standing with its old wood, and the Dumont family is still present. The halls of it are steeped in history, is what I'm saying. The walls themselves, if they could whisper tales, they would be tales of ancient alliances and refugees and mortals and gods, the rise of fall of different immortal houses. It just brings a sense of deep seated history within this place. Now, the grandeur of this place has kind of faded in some aspects. It's not as nice as it used to be. Like I said, it's older. And, it still retains that air of elegance, but in a way, it's kind of eerie now as to what it once was at one time. Um, the gardens themselves, the grass on the outside when you guys got here and stuff, it's all kind of slightly overgrown, almost like it offers silence, but it also offers somewhat of an uneasiness to it. This is just a place where secrets linger. Uh, the weight of the past presses heavily on those who come in this place. You can actually feel it. I don't know if any of you have psionic abilities that can do so, but if you did, you would feel it even more so. Currently it is a place of a haven for you guys, a place to gather your thoughts before you guys head out or look into what's going on with the city itself. It does feel like there is a storm brewing, even though there's a stillness outside. And this place itself pretty much feels alive to you guys in many ways. The walls themselves, when you look at them, they're made of what looks like old twisted wood. They're not flat. I can zoom in here and kind of show you. It's twisted wooden walls that go around the outside. that have been basically carved. And the floor has been very intricately laid. I'm going to take the grid off so this place is a little bit better look to it. The chandeliers that are hanging above, they're lit, but they're lit with magic. There are no candles or anything like that in them. Over towards the fireplace on these little tables that are around it next to the seats are candelabras. And these candelabras are lit by magic as well. There's also one over by the library, and at each table there are these candelabras that sit lit with magical light. As I said, this place gives you a sense of lingering secrets, ancient wisdom, and history. And for you, it is a solace currently as you all sit there. As you're sitting there, you can hear outside, off in the distance, you hear bells ringing that remind you of church bells, that kind of thing, ringing in the distance. And you start to hear a rumble up above as rain starts to patter down on top of the roof of the manor itself. And you can start to hear lightning and thunder in the distance, and you know that there's a storm coming down on the city of Volscar. As you guys are sitting there, Alexandria and Alex come back.
And are the bells something that like Godwin remembers used to happen commonly, or is it not a common thing?
Yeah, there are bells that happen throughout the city at different times. Godwin, you would know that there are different types of bells that mean different things. Some of them mean that there's a storm coming. Some of them mean that it's time for prayer. Some of it means that there's danger. It's just there's different types of bells. These bells that you currently hear right now are across town, and they're one of the bells that you really never paid attention to because you didn't know what they meant. It's for some other house and probably has something to do with a meeting or something you don't know. It's distant, way across town.
Across town, yeah.
And when they come inside, they're wet because it's raining, and they come in kind of in a rush. And they tell you that the streets were absolutely empty, and the council halls, there is no one.
What?
The city is quiet. The city is quiet, and there's no movement.
The bells that I heard, I do not recall what they mean.
She tells you that she believes that's maybe the Vane Manor, that oftentimes when they would have gatherings, they would use those bells. She believes that that's the sound, but she's not sure for sure. And that's where we're going to stop tonight's episode. And we're going to come back for the next episode, episode 50, with you guys sitting in the manor and the ship headed to the Necrothians. And we'll come back here in just a little bit. I'd say 30 minutes or so, and finish the final episode for this evening.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sorry, one more. I got it.
Thank you for bearing with us, viewers, on this night of lots of issues with the technical stuff, but
Right.
we'll be back
The storm
shortly.
is brewing.
I know, literally. I was like, really?
Thanks for the direct foreshadowing,
And I was
GM.
like, I know,
So great.
really?
Well,
Dun, dun,
I can't help it. That was happening and
Watch,
somebody
it's-
mentioned it.
It's gonna be fucking acid rain or something.
It's not acid rain. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the ding, go to www.highestlevelwall.com, get the bundle, get the free albums, the music. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Like, share, all that stuff. And follow us on Twitch. That'll really help. We are Original GM, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory, we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land.